Greetings, ladies and gentlefish, and welcome back to the world of Final Fantasy IX. In previous episodes, we went in order to kidnap a princess, found out the princess actually wanted to be kidnapped, managed to get her whisked away, and then got the ever-loving bejesus shot out of us by Alexandria Castle. We then crash land in this spooky, weird, slightly disconcerting forest. So, without further ado, let's see how we can get on with that situation. Here we go. So, just before doing anything else, I'm just going to have a quick look at Zidane's equipment. So this is the default equipment he comes with. He starts off with the dagger as his weapon. Now, we stole a mage masher off one of the enemies earlier on. I think it was Masked Man or someone. And if we have a look at the mage masher, it gives you over on the left hand side a list of all the changes that happen to the character's stats for equipping the new weapon. If the change is green, as you can see it is for Zidane's attack there, it's an improvement. If it's red, it goes down. Just to give you a quick idea of what each of the stats are. Speed, that determines how quickly your, what's known as the ATB gauge fills up. Essentially, the higher your speed, the more actions you can take in combat. Strength determines how much damage you do. Magic, how much magic damage you do. Spirit, this actually impacts on things like the duration of your trance gauge. More on that later. Attack, that's the attack power of your weapon, so that is only relevant for physical damage. Defense, well, that reduces the amount of physical damage you take. Evade, your chance to dodge stuff. Magic defense, that reduces how much magic damage you take, and magic evasion, your chance to evade magic. Spirit, I believe, just to quickly note, also impacts on how likely you are to do a critical hit. So the Mage Masher is just an increase in attack, and if we compare the abilities, the basic dagger has the ability Flee, Mage Masher has Flee plus Detect. There is literally zero reason why we wouldn't equip the Mage Masher, it's just an upgrade. Leather Hat, we'd be swapping out for a leather hat. Wrist, we stole a wrist from one of those enemies, but Zidane already has a wrist, so we don't need to worry about that. Leather Shirt, we could swap this out for a silk shirt, but I'm not going to. The silk shirt would increase our defense, however. The leather shirt allows Zidane to learn an ability, whereas the silk shirt has Cure and Thunder, neither of which are abilities that he can use. And later on we could equip this silk shirt, we've got two of them, we could equip these to Vivi and he could learn Thunder, and to Garnet and she could learn Cure. So yeah, Garnet does become a properly playable character, so we're not actually going to equip that to Zidane, and we don't yet have any accessories. Let's quickly switch to the abilities. You have two types of abilities, active abilities and passive abilities. Active abilities, these are the ones you physically use in game. If you ever want to know what an ability does, press the select button. Well, it's select on the PlayStation controller, it's back on the Xbox controller, so that gives you a chance, information about what that ability does. For example, Detect, you are able to see what items you can steal off the enemy. Support or equip abilities, these are passives. You don't specifically choose to use them in a battle per se, but you do equip them. At the top here you've got 18, for example, out of 18 gems. These are used to equip abilities. Each ability has a different equip cost. So because there's no reason not to at the moment, I'm just going to equip Protect Girls and Flee Gil. We're not going to get into exactly what these abilities do at the moment because, well, we haven't got any other abilities to choose from, so we might as well equip them, and I don't really think they're going to come into proceedings all that much. So without further ado, let us continue on our merry way. Now, just going to go back here. If we search around, well, that was the conductor or trumpeter or something. If we search over behind some of these guys, I believe there's an item. Now we can't go back into the ship just yet. Garnet's missing. Blank's already searching inside, so you search for her outside. So we are gonna be thrown into some combat. There we go. There's a Phoenix down. We are going to be thrown into some combat. So we should be ready for that. Which is why I went through equipment and abilities at the time. And welcome to Evil Forest. Doesn't seem so bad so far, does it? Well, that will change. Hello, little froggy. So, just checking for anything to pick up. I don't think there are any items on this little stretch. And this is our first random encounter. So this is how battles in Final Fantasy IX usually look. You get a random encounter as you're wandering about. These give you experience, they give you ability points, etc. And it's not really worth stealing anything off of these little enemies. This is a Fang. And we actually missed with our first attack. Go Zidane, you are a badass. But we're just going to pummel this guy down. Yes, he rushes me for 27 damage. Remember, you have those potions, and because we've got the Mage Masher equipped, the Fang actually becomes a one-hit KO. But Zidane is inept enough that we still took damage doing it. We receive some experience, and we level up. Hurrah! So we are now level 2. 90 gil as well, and we get Phoenix down from that. And push onwards. Remember that ATB from the end of last episode? Yeah, Vivi saying she's in trouble. The hell is that? He just says she's in trouble. Right. Oh, sorry for knocking the microphone there. Steiner, release the princess at once. Yeah, like it's really gonna listen to you. Come on. And so, you now have a battle with Steiner alongside you against the poor imprisoned princess. Now, I forgot to just change the game settings here. So, this will be a little tutorial explaining what a trance is. It's a bit confusing as to why Zidane would go into it now. I assume it's because he has a thing for cute girls. Essentially, you have a trance gauge as well as your ATB gauge, as well as your gauge for acting in battle. This fills up the more damage you do, the more damage you take. It's supposedly caused by a surge of emotion, but there are particular parameters that affect it. Now, in a battle, it generally gives you a particular set of abilities. So in the case of Zidane, it considerably improves his attack. It also gives him a new command, Dine. Now I could use Tidal Flame, that would attack all of my opponents for a large amount of damage, but I'm not going to do that because it would also hit a Garnet, and I don't want to do that. Instead I'm going to use free energy on this prison cage thing, and we're going to kick it in the spleen. Now, you'll notice this thing, as well as attacking you, periodically drains energy from Garnet, and it tells you how much health Garnet is on. If Garnet should reach 0 health, game over, you lose. Congratulations. So you just want to wail on the thing, it eventually disappears, takes Garnet along with it, but that is it. Princess! Princess! And voila, it disappears with Garnet. What the heck? Where did they go? She's gone. Someone you never knew is gone. I mean, I guess he might feel responsible for the Princess of Alexandria being kidnapped and him being a gibbering wreck. I was too scared to cast any spells. The monster's probably going to eat her. Should be pointed out, Vivi is essentially a young child. So cut him a little bit of slack when it comes to things like, you know, oh no, what could I do? Steiner is a 33-year-old knight. How could I let this happen? Don't worry, she's not dead yet. That monster was only a minion, he's probably going to take her to his master. That means the princess might still be, come, we must go find her at once. Whoa, and then another one turns up and takes Vivi. Now this one is a slightly harder fight because you don't have Zidane in trance, so he can't just nuke the bad guy. Same principle as before, this thing will occasionally drain energy from Vivi this time. You're not allowed to let Vivi hit 0 health. Vivi will cast fire magic on the thing, however, so you do have his assistance despite the fact that you can't directly control him at this point. Wail on the prison cage, make sure none of your characters, including Vivi, die, and you should be good to go. Zidane is on slightly low health, so I might give Zidane a bit of a potion shortly. These things don't have particularly interesting items to steal, so I'm not even going to bother. Instead, I'm just going to wail on this thing. That's it, keep attacking Steiner, that's absolutely fine by me. I mean, this is not a hideously difficult fight. Just going to use a potion on Zidane to make sure he doesn't pop his clogs, because later on we will have to get back to the airship, I believe. So there we go, that's using an item to heal, using a potion, healed him for 150 health. He doesn't have 150 health in total, but it healed him for all the health he was missing, and there we go, there's the killing blow. On the prison cage, this one we do actually kill, and it releases Vivi. Yay! You finally get to see victory dances, hurrah! And Zidane and Steiner get no experience, but a couple of ability points. And we get a Phoenix down and some eye drops. You are better off using a potion and preventing someone's death than having to use a Phoenix down to res someone, because potions at the end of the day are cheaper. Phew, thanks. You alright? Yeah, I think. And that's kind of icky. Princess! Oh god, get a hold of yourself, man. Oh no, you guys automatically go back to the airship. You don't have to fight your way through. So technically that potion was a bit wasted, but meh. You guys are lucky. If it weren't for Zidane, you'd both be dead. Some of the monsters in this forest reproduce by planting seeds in other animals. And when the seeds sprout, it's hasta la vista, you become beef jerky. Isn't that a lovely thought? Am I gonna die? No, you're gonna be fine. Here, drink this. It'll remove all the seeds from your body, because they just happen to have potions lying around that are capable of doing that, or can knock one up. Ugh. 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 Yeah, they taste a bit icky. Princess, I'm coming right now. You see, Steiner just turns into this moronic gibbering wreck. Stand aside. Room behind you. Go. The princess is in grave danger. Do you intend to abandon her? You're in no condition. Don't worry about the princess, the boss will think of something. In you get. Get some rest. Yeah, and take that medicine I gave you. Damn it. I can't just stand here. The princess's life rests in my hands. What can their boss possibly accomplish? This medicine, it smells terrible, and the colour, this is obviously poison. Yes, because what they really need to do at this point is poison one of the most competent fighters they have when they have crash landed in the middle of a forest. You, sir, are an idiot. I can't take it anymore. God help me. Hey, not bad. And he chugs the potion anyway in the end. Forget it. Monsters born out of the mist are crawling everywhere. So what? There's nothing out there we can't handle. Yeah, but what are we going to do about the wounded? We can take them with us. How are we going to carry all of them? Trust me. We go out now and we'll all get wasted. My boys come before the princess, you know. It's too bad. Damn it! We're going to stay put till everyone recovers. You better not set 1 foot outside this ship. Got that? I can't believe you're abandoning her. You're nothing but a big coward. Right. At which point, you retake command of Zidane. Now, this bit is essentially preparation for going out into the big scary forest. Now there is a treasure somewhere in here that you can pick up, I believe. Aha, treasure chest, and we have bronze gloves. That's a piece of armor for Steiner. Out of curiosity, does Baku have anything else to say? I got nothing else to say. If you don't agree with me, you're free to leave the band anytime. Yeah, Baku's response to discipline is basically my way or the highway. Now we got a pair of ATEs to watch. Time to escape. Back to Steiner's music. The structure is in poor condition. Perhaps I can break out by ramming into the wall. Fire! Fire! Let me out! Ugh. I'm still not feeling well. Your big girl's blouse. He sits on the table. Or maybe it's a stool. Whatever. What's this? How did you... Okay, that's been sitting there for ages in front of your eyes. How did you not notice until it was behind you? Anyway, what an ugly doll. Princess Garnet, age 15. How dare they write the princess's name on such a ragged doll? Besides, the princess is not 15. She's 16. Yes, but only by a day. Presumably that was made before then. Princess. Like I say, Steiner at the beginning of the game is a bit of a moron. Girl who was left behind. Remember Ruby? Where'd everybody go? And what am I supposed to do now? That's my terrible accent. Apologies for the telephone in the background. And then my little baby. Should be here somewhere. Huh? Damn! Where is it? What happened to my Garnet doll? Ah, the doll is Sinner's. Man, how am I supposed to sleep now? Don't get me wrong. Many people have like a stuffed toy or something that helps them get to sleep. But Sinner is a fully grown man with a doll of a 15-year-old girl. I'm just gonna let that hang there. Jeez. Poor little doll. The fire probably caught it. Right, so down from here was a blank. And there should be, yeah, treasure chest here. There's another wrist, just in case we need any more of them, although they can be useful in synthesis later on. Treasure chest. That's an ether. And I believe if we go up this list, when you see any room with a bunk bed on, it's really common that there's something for you to collect on the top bunk. That's a pretty common feature throughout this game. Oh. Thank you for helping me. Don't mention it. Besides, it was your black magic that saved the day. You know, you've got some major power for such a little guy. What's wrong? Are you peeved at me because I called you little? Look, hey, you're a great mage with great powers, alright? To hell with looks, it's what's inside that counts. No, I'm sorry. When that monster caught her, I couldn't do anything. Hey, don't worry about the princess. I'll get her back. I promise. Thank you, Mr. Zidane. Whoa, that's the first time anyone's called me Mr. Just call me Zidane, alright? Also, technically, if it's Mr., it should be Mr. Tribal. His full name is Zidane Tribal. Okay, Zidane. So there we go. Conversation with Vivi. Jeez, he was pretty down. Maybe I shouldn't have made that promise. I don't even know if I'll be able to find her. Man. I never felt so strange. Maybe fate brought us together. I can't explain it. can't stop thinking about her. It does not matter what option you choose. His mind is already made up. Yeah, what's there to think about? She's cute and she's in trouble. That's all that matters. Zidane does develop to be a bit less shallow as well as time goes on. There you are. Yeah, Blank, you saw me literally a minute ago. Why do you look so serious? Uh-oh, what are you up to this time? I'm going to take that knight and the black mage to find the princess. You're crazy. Man, you don't even know what's out there. Besides, there's no way the boss will allow that. I know. Jeez. Why do you always got to play hero? The boss is going to kill you. Well, what are you waiting for? Go talk to the boss. Yeah. So. He's not back on the bridge. Okay. We've thoroughly explored this area. So, there's only one way left for us to go. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. There's only one way left for us to go, he says, going back up the staircase like an utter pro. Plants that attack people. I guess they don't call it Evil Forrest for nothing. Well, yeah, fair point. So, we go through here. Chest just over here. Receive an ether. Let's talk to Marcus. We locked that old knight up in the instrument storage room. He fusses a little from time to time, but he hasn't been all that bad. Steiner, again, early game is... He ends up being a lot of bluster, but not always a lot of action, bless him. So, down the stairs. Now I'm just going to quickly check. Yeah, we have some potions and whatnot. Because we're going to have another fight coming up. You know they mentioned the boss is going to kill us? Yeah. Right, but before that... Violinist, did you hear that? Something's crying. Ooh. Rubber helm, that's another piece of armour for Steiner. Am I going to die here? Nah, you'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine. Oh no, wait. So, if you go right there, you come against Baku. And whatnot. Let's just talk to as many people as I can. Nothing's coming in on our watch. Been quiet so far. Look around you. At this point, we'll be lucky if we can even defend ourselves. Now, because we've got a fight coming up, I'm going to take this... I want mail, Kupo. I want mail, Kupo. I'm going to take this opportunity to save. Because unlike the fight against the Masked Man, which was, of course, Baku again, unlike that fight, he's actually means business this time round. So this is Baku's style of discipline. Let's just take the leather hat from here. Quickly double check Zidane's equipment. Yep. Achoo! Took you long enough. I fell asleep, damn it. So you're leaving, eh? Yeah. I promised Garnet I'd kidnap her. And so now kidnap and rescue mean the same thing. I didn't ask you why. I can't blame you though. She's damn beautiful. I guess that's reason enough. Well, I hope you're ready. Because I'm going to bust you up for breaking the rules. Alright. Okay, get your butt over to the cargo room. We got more room there. Now, before you follow Baku, just check that you've got... There we go, there's a potion. Anything else? I think that's it. That was a potion in a chest. God knows why they've got a load of treasure chests lying around. So... I cannot remember what Baku's holding. Ah, screw it. So you have an opportunity here to say hold on and delay the fight. I ain't holding back. So this is a proper fight against Baku. So you want to make sure that Zidane's HP doesn't drop too low. Baku's most powerful attack does something around 30 damage off the top of my head. Bring it on! Now I'm actually going to initially use detect on him just to see what items he's holding and see whether there are any that I want to thieve. I've got a reasonable supply of potions, so I'm not too worried about my health. Iron Sword, I definitely want that. High Potion, sure, why not? It's the Iron Sword that I really want. That's an upgraded weapon for Steiner. There we go, 32 damage from Baku there. So... thieve. There's the High Potion. Now we actually need the thing that I actually want. He still does, however, stack it when he's trying to attack you occasionally, which is kind of funny and kind of adorable. Couldn't steal anything. God damn it. And he stacks it again. I mean, this fight shouldn't pose you any major problems, just bear in mind it is one of the more challenging fights you've had so far, though I appreciate that's not setting the bar very high. Bring it on! That was an elbow to the face. So next round I'll use a potion, I imagine, because I don't want my health dropping too low. I don't want to actually be KO'd. That would be rather embarrassing at this stage. Item, potion, Zidane. There we go. So he actually does a little over 30 damage with his most powerful attack, around about 35. So you want to make sure, really, your health doesn't drop much below 40, just to stay on the safe side, and he stacks it again. Still want that Iron Sword though, damn it. Although how I'm able... You'd think the Iron Sword would be the one he's using to punch me in the face. Surely if I steal the Iron Sword, he can no longer attack me. But apparently that's not how it works. Roar! He uses a different words, like, to announce each of his attacks. But it's not as if, I am using Fireball number 5. It's more just kind of, bring it on, roar. As you can see there. Yeah, and it's not a series of consecutive normal punches or anything like that. But you can see as this fight is progressing, my trance gauge, which is below the... gauge that fills up as I attack people, that is filling up. So we did 40... There we go, Iron Sword, right. We did 40 damage with that attack. Hopefully he's not going to do another 40, otherwise I'm hosed, and that would be kind of embarrassing. Yep. God damn it. God, that is the first time I have ever died in that fight. Ever. I swear he never used to do that much damage. Oh well. It's entirely possible that since putting it into the... they gave him a slight buff in this version. Now, what they've also done, it appears, is put in checkpoints. So despite the fact that I haven't actually saved the game at that point, because you physically can't, it does allow me to continue here. I'm going to talk to you guys. Because it used to be that you could always, as long as you stopped his HP dropping below about 30, you'd be fine. Now apparently that number has to be 40, and it has to be above 40. Because screw you. Right, let's try this a second time. I have never ever been defeated in this fight before. Oh, it's so embarrassing. But I do get the impression he's doing a bit more damage. Well, I'm not going to use detect this time because I know what he's carrying. I still want the Iron Sword. The High Potion would be nice, but I'm not going to burn a load of potions just to get a High Potion. Wahaha, there's 30. You see, that time he did the same move, it only did 32 damage. Iron Sword, first action, stolen. Yes. I'll try a couple of times to get the High Potion because it would be nice to have. Couldn't steal anything. Now you do get a bit of fluctuation in the damage numbers that you and enemies both are able to do. That's just the way it is. Bring it on! steal anything. Oh, come on. In a minute, I'm just going to say screw it and wail on him, because I've got the thing I really want. The iron sword. Bring it on. Item. Potion. I delayed that attack specifically so that I didn't get caught out. There we go. Bored now, I'm just going to punch you in the face. I mean, things like all of these items. 36 that time. What? How did you do? You got lucky last time and did 40 damage twice in a row. That's just so jammy. These things occasionally happen. So we're just going to wail on Baku this time. As he stacks it. Yow. You got to fight better than that. This fight is obviously a bit longer if you're still using the dagger, but as I stole a mage masher earlier on, you know, that makes my life a bit easier. Despite the fact that the... you missed. Despite the fact that the attack power only goes up from 12 to 18, it kind of increases my damage output by like 50%. It's a little bit silly. Maybe more. Alright, you win. There we go. It only actually took 3 or 4 physical attacks to take him down. I'll be damned. Bravo! Go find your princess. Damn, that hurt. He pulled his punches till that last one. Right, so we've finally beaten Baku, despite it all going horrendously wrong for a little bit there. So we are going to need to go and talk to both Steiner and Vivi. This door is no longer locked. Steiner is asleep or looking at a doll. Come on, you're too old to be playing with a doll. Silence! A scoundrel like you could never understand. I'm just overwhelmed with concern for the princess. Yaha. If only you rogues hadn't kidnapped her. This is all your fault. A belief he maintains for a while. If anything should happen to the princess, I will have your head. All words, all bluster. Take it easy, jeez. I'm going to go look for her now. I'll let you come with me if you promise to be good. What do you say, Rusty? Rusty, I am Albert Steiner, captain of the Knights of Pluto, and I will never work with you conniving thieves. Captain? I figured you were a private with that cheap rusty armour. Look, this has nothing to do with Tantalus. It's something I decided to do on my own. I just want to save Garnet. You had better not be lying. Because if you are, I won't hesitate to kill you. Yeah, I'm counting on you, Rusty. Make no mistake, I'm only going with you to rescue the princess. I will deal with you personally when this is over. Whatever. It may be difficult with just the two of us. We should seek Master Vivi's help as well. Why are you calling him Master? Well, he's under 18, so Master would be an appropriate title. You fool! That black mage has unimaginable powers. I don't want to get him involved, but alas, it can't be helped. We need Master Vivi's powers to rescue the princess. Alright, let's go talk to Vivi. Interestingly, Steiner seems to hold Vivi in very high esteem. Now, I don't know how much... We're just going back in here, because there's usually treasure chests. I don't know how much Steiner actually knows about the workings of, let's say, what Alexandria and Queen Bran have been doing recently. But that's an interesting comment. Let's put it that way. I heard you beat the boss. You sure are something. I don't know why the boss was laughing afterwards. Maybe you hit him too hard. But we'll come on to that in a bit. Well, Vivi, we're ready to go look for the princess. Really? That's great. Be careful, okay? Actually, we want you to come with us too. Huh? But I can't do anything. You shoot fire out of your fingers. I mean, that counts as something, right? Steiner words it slightly better. Hardly, Master Vivi. Your magic was highly effective against that monster. In all honesty, I hold your power in greater esteem than I do this scoundrel's. But I'm scared. I couldn't even move last time. Please, Master Vivi. For the sake of Princess Garnet and all of Alexandria, I humbly request your assistance. Come on, you're a black mage for crying out loud. Show us what you got. Alright, let's get going. Okay. I'll try my best. Thank you, Master Vivi. Master Vivi? Yeah? It's about your black magic. I wish to try an experiment. I was wondering if... Whisper, whisper. Magic sword. Okay, I'll give it a try. Now, that is a very unsubtle hint. Let's just check people's equipment before we go too far. And then I'll explain what that's getting at. So, broadsword, we're going to keep that broadsword because at the moment, well, we want to get Beast Killer. Beast Killer is a very useful support ability to have. Bronze Helm or Rubber Helm, Bug Killer or Minus Strike. What I'm actually going to do... actually, that's a good question. Bug Killer might actually be useful. Oh no, they're plants, aren't they? No, we don't, and there's no plant killer in this game. So what I'm actually going to do, and this might seem a little bit odd, but there is a... no, I'm not going to do that. I could equip the Rubber Helm to learn Minus Strike, but I'm not going to do that because A, Minus Strike isn't very useful at this point. It basically it does the amount of an amount of damage exactly equal to the discrepancy between Steiner's maximum health and his current health. I'm not going to equip that at the moment. Because the Bronze Helm gives us a bit more defense. You'll notice my magic defense, goes down with the Rubber Helm. But also the Rubber Helm. Oh no, but the Rubber Helm does reduce. Worn Helm by soldier trainees. It does reduce thunder damage. Now, the bugs we're going to the plants we're going to come across do actually use thunder, so I am actually going to equip that. Antibody, we've got some bronze gloves. Bronze armor, we've got no substitute for, and we don't have any accessory for Steiner. So we're going to go with the Rubber Helm, we're going to go with the broadsword. The Iron Sword would increase Steiner's attack, but I want to learn Beast Killer. Zidane, we've already sorted his equipment. Now, Vivi. Mage Staff, you're stuck with the Mage Staff for a long time before you get a replacement. That allows him to learn Fire. Leather Hat, that also allows him to learn Fire, because we've got two items that allow him to learn the same ability. You get ability points. Let's say you did a particular fight and you got 3 ability points. Those 3 ability points are put into every item that you carry. So if, like Zidane's Mage Masher, it has 2 abilities, you get 3 ability points put into each. If you've got 2 items like Vivi with the same ability, those 3 ability points get put into each item, and so effectively the rate of learning that ability is doubled. Wrist doesn't allow Vivi to learn an ability, but it does increase his stats. Leather Shirt, we're going to swap that out for the Silk Shirt. Our defense will go up and we'll be able to learn the Thunder Spell. And no accessory so far. Now, let's quickly talk about abilities. Very quickly. Steiner, use abilities, he's got Minus Strike. And equip, we'll equip Bird Killer. Beast Killer, and Antibody, because why not? There's not really any reason not to at this point. If we look at Vivi's abilities, we've got Fire, Thunder on his use, and his equip list, we don't get any support abilities for Vivi for quite a while. What you tend to find is that characters who are capable of doing a good amount of physical damage tend to get a lot of support abilities like Steiner, you know, Beast Killer, Bird Killer, things like that. Mages tend to get a lot of active abilities. Anyway, what I was talking about is Steiner's Sword Magic command. Now, you've got Attack, Sword Art, they're the kind of martial skills that Steiner learns, so Minor Strike is the first example, and Sword Magic. This command is only available when he is in the same party as Master Vivi. When they are in a party, if you use this command, basically Steiner gets a good selection of Vivi's black magic to use, but as a sword art, it counts as a physical attack, it does not count as a magical attack, but it can do more damage, so if Vivi knows fire, Steiner gets fire sword as an ability to use. Now often, whereas with Vivi you have a choice between targeting one opponent or all of them, Steiner's, with 1 or 2 exceptions, always target one opponent. But they can be really, really useful, but he only gets them when he's partied up with Vivi. If Vivi has abilities, basically he can use any ability. Okay, there are some exceptions, but he can use abilities that Vivi can use. So the more magic spells you learn with Vivi, the greater Steiner's repertoire of sword magic becomes, but if Steiner is in a party without Vivi, he loses the sword magic command. Sword magic is quite a helpful little addition. It's nice to have. It's definitely nice to have. So, with all that said and done, we are now in a position to go and try and save the princess. So, we're going to go outside the ship. Ah, yes. Jeez, you really dig her, huh? I can't sit around knowing a girl's in trouble. Goes against my nature. Whatever, you're full of crap. Oh, I get it. You're jealous that I'm going to get me a sweetie pie. Yeah. I know. Pfft, she's not even my type. I came down here to give you this. You're always thinking about me, but I won't need a love potion to reel this one in. Why don't you get your mind off girls for a second? This is the medicine I gave to that black mage in the night. It's sort of like a seed remover. Cool. That'll really come in handy. Why am I always helping you? Received Blank's medicine. Oh yeah, here's a little tip from the boss. Don't forget to set your abilities. Leaving the band is your business, but you better keep training. Learning more abilities is going to make you even stronger. Good luck, Baku. Hint, hint. I've already done this, but this is the game going nudge, nudge, nudge. Hey Blank, how do you set abilities again? Man, how can you forget? It's so basic. Open the menu, select ability, select equip, and choose the abilities you want to set. He's talking about the support abilities that I just did. Thanks, Blank. I'll see you when I see you. How about never? Blank is actually one of my favourite support characters because, well, even though he's not actually around for that much of the game, he saves your bacon on a number of occasions. There is one of them. Well, he is the one who dresses up as the Knight of Pluto with the Oglops, and that means you're easily able to overcome Steiner. He gives you medicine for the princess, and we're going to come on to 2 other occasions where he saves your bacon later on. Just check. There's a letter for Zidane. You always want to check Mognet. Always. From Ruby to Zidane. Zidane, are you alright? I'm doing good. I met an interesting stranger in Alexandria today. I'll tell you more soon. That is the letter. 1, it means she knows about Mognet, but 2, what? It's basically a letter saying, hi, I'm going to tell you things when I next see you. Okay. P.S. Tell the boys in Tantalus I said hi. Ruby sounds like a nice girl, Kupo. And then you have the option to read mail, so you can read that letter again if you wish. I want mail, Kupo. So let's just save this here. Let's save, Kupo. And we are pretty much all set to head out into Evil Forest once more, but this time with a bit of backup. So that's our preparations complete. Unfortunately, there's no in-style thing to use here. But next time, we will make our way through Evil Forest proper. And hopefully that will go okay. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.